Michael D. for My 600 Pound Life, Season 5, Episode 8, that premiered in 2017. Michael is 32 years old. He is married to his wife Ronnie, and they have 2 children and live in Arizona. Michael can walk, but he pretty much relies on his motorized wheelchair or his family to help him out. And his wife Ronnie says that he has a really, really bad temper, and that even if she tries to make healthier foods or bring smaller portions, he gets super, super upset. And she likens it to, like, people that are angry drunks, in that he gets that level of temper. So she just gives him what he asks for. Growing up, Michael said that his father was very verbally abusive, yelled, super strict, had rules about like everything, that Michael wasn't allowed to show any emotions, and that he would often like cope and deal with things by eating. When Michael was 10 years old, his father did go to prison, and he said that he just kept eating more and more and more and became lazier and lazier. 4 years later, when he was 14, he was around 300 pounds. His father was released from prison, and he kicked Michael out of the house. And so by 18, he was over 500 pounds. In his mid-20s, he says that he was around 500 pounds, and that's when he met his wife, Ronnie. Ronnie says that the two of them, when they were dating, they used to do a lot of things and go a lot of places, and now they just kind of sit around the house. And she is worried about Ronnie's health, and so are the kids. They're worried about him as well. In month 1, they'd make the drive from Arizona to Houston, Texas, and they're moving there because they know they're going to have to, and it's not easy to go back and forth. He really can't help with any of the moves, so her and the children are doing it. They're getting in fights all the time. They finally get on the road. They're just about to break for the night to stay at a hotel, and they're literally like 5 minutes from the hotel, and Michael can't take the food back to the hotel. He just has to eat it right then and there. And so they just pull off to the side of the road and eat the food there, get to the hotel. The next day, they're back on the road. They're a few hours from Houston, Texas, and there is a massive car pileup. Some vehicle has caught on fire from an accident, and they are stuck for over 6 hours. They finally make it to Houston, Texas. They get to their rental house, and it is disgusting. Not only is it just dirty and gross and falling down and needs a ton of repairs, but also when Michael's walking around, he's like, these floors aren't going to hold me. He's like, I'm literally going to fall through these floors. So they go to a hotel. They stay there for a while. They do eventually find a house, though, but it is just not off to a good start. So the next day, he meets with Dr. Now. He's 635 pounds, and Dr. Now asks him, like, how'd you get here? Why are you here? What are your goals? And he's like, well, I need weight loss surgery. And Dr. Now is kind of saying, you're putting the cart before the horse, because you are saying that this is what you need, but you're not addressing why. So he says, we need to find your problem and what led you to being this weight before we can have surgery. And unfortunately, things between he and Ronnie are not doing any better. She says that he is still angry all the time because he doesn't get what he wants. Go to my next video that's already posted, and if you're on TikTok, it's in the playlist below, and we will continue his journey.